Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Eagles, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to it. Yards shy of there at the 24. On the game's first play, second down.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself out.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hassan Reddick able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Here comes Reed. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground, Etienne, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. To throw, Cousins. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Ravens are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
From his goal line here, Fields. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. The return is Reed. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cousins now. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create.
And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall him on. What a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Now ETN to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll go again with ETN. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Cousins. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Cousins on the keeper. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. Plenty of scoring here already. The NFL on EA Sports continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? That's caught right side by Palmer. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground with ETN. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins to throw it. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Etienne. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Nick Folk for the point after. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Alexander Johnson there on the stop. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now Fields. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Fields on first down. Going right back to Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Out of the gun, Fields. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
To throw again on second down. Fields. This pass complete to Pollard on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's Fields. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third and short.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Now it's Fields. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Fields throwing again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
complete to Zach Ertz. Give him 18 yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Cousins. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A handoff for Etienne. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. They go play action. Cousins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Here's Fields. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Third quarter action in Super Bowl 57. Here's a 2nd and 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pollard going to try the right side, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. To throw is Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Fields now to throw. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Just 1 more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 57 from Green. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. Caught, it's Wilson. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. Defense able to hold. John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. So the challenge there not successful, and now they'll be left with only 1 timeout. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw taken in by Palmer. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Cousins to throw for it on fourth. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 63 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Well, what do coaches tell us all the time, CD? We've got to get our playmakers more involved, and certainly running with the football is one way, and it paid off right there.
And you're talking about paying off to great effect. How about the big explosive play that was a result of that play call? Big-time execution on that one.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Boy, a potential game changer there here in the fourth quarter to kick that out of bounds, and now they get great field position at the 40 in a tie ball game. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
Fields on 1st down. Open man is Waddle, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 16 more on that one and another first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from the 20. And the Ravens have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good...
And he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left.
And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. This call down near the goal line. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Jalen Waddle,
his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Ravens are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
41. Eagles 10. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41. 41.
after the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.